Hi. So today is May 15th. I am 8 days post op on the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. And week one sucked. I was in a lot of pain from the gas that they fill you up with, and I wasn't able to sip fast enough, but I was sipping all day like they tell you, and I still was on the verge of dehydration. So getting out of bed, being active, going for walks, doing whatever was a chore. I'd break out in cold sweats. I'd get really lightheaded. So being up for more than like 10, 15 minutes at a time was a challenge. So if you watch these and you're going in for surgery, make sure that you try as best as you can to get your fluids. I was averaging probably about 20 ounces a day, only because it was difficult for me to swallow. I probably should have stuck with a little bit more of the popsicles. The popsicles were the easiest during week one for me, and I probably just should have eaten a whole crap ton of those because each popsicle I think equates to like 2 ounces or something along them lines, and that would have helped me get a lot more of my fluids in. So find what your body tolerates and go to town. But I think by the end of week one, you're tired of just straight liquids all the time. So I was very excited to graduate into week two, which allows my next stage to be full liquid diet. So it's everything that I had in the clear liquid, but we also add in the ability to do no sugar added yogurt. So like the Oikos Triple Zero I can do. It's the Greek yogurt or the Oikos Light and Fit, which is nice because you do get your flavors with that. So I'm really excited. I've been working on banana since yesterday, but with the sleeve, you fill so quickly. And I've tried to be mindful not to get to the point of feeling full and just satisfied. And it's been helpful. I've been kind of able to take bites throughout the day and still continue to drink. This is also where the stage where we start taking our vitamins. So I have the bariatric Purity vitamins. So it's the multivitamin chewable and it's the iron. So I take those during the day, just kind of no set time when I feel it's a good time. Um, and I've noticed a huge change in my energy for the last 2 days. I started this yesterday. Um, the downside is that I'm still getting a little winded easily. Obviously, that physical recovery from surgery, I'm getting a lot of pain, like in my right side, under my ribs, into my back. If I'm up and moving around too much. And it's actually the side, obviously, where they took my stomach out at. So I'm thinking it probably has something to do with that. So just trying to take the physical limitations a little easier, but getting up and moving has been a lot better the last 2 days. So I feel good about that. I'm not lightheaded. I'm not breaking out into cold sweats anymore. I can walk around the store without being the big girl in the cart. So that's kind of been a bonus. So um but all in all, I'm really starting to feel good and I'm really starting to get excited for where the journey is going. The acid reflux has been horrible. Now, part of this is probably my fault. The doctor sent me home with Prilosec to take one in the morning and one at night. And I am really bad about following medication rules, so I wasn't taking it. And to be honest with you, I wasn't having a huge issue with the acid, so I just didn't feel a need. I have begun, as effective last night, I started taking it. So I've taken my 2 doses for today. I'm really hoping that that does help. I had broccoli cheddar soup yesterday, which we can have in the full liquid stage. Just got to make sure that you're not getting any of the chunks. So just to be on the safe side, I put it through my Nutra bullet, so it's fully pureed. There's no chunks in it, and it's good to go. And it goes down very easily. It was probably the best broccoli cheddar soup I have ever tasted. I went to actually to Bueno Beef, and I ordered a bowl only because I knew I was going to be bringing it home anyways, and we're in the stage that I can eat it. And so I had like maybe 4 or 5 bites. I felt satisfied. I closed it up. We brought it home. I had it again for dinner last night. I had it again for lunch today. And we're still not even like halfway done with the bowl. So be prepared to see just really how little you eat. I am finding when I go to the grocery store, I'm probably still buying more than actually what I need. So I went and I got yogurt, and I got 4 different yogurts, and I said, well, this should get me through the next, week or so. But the truth is that I'm still working on the same yogurt that I opened up yesterday. Um, Ideally, we're supposed to eat about half a cup. And I'm not pushing it. I'm kind of taking it slow. I'm babying it. I'm enjoying the fact that I'm not having this really strong hunger feeling. So I'm getting it into my system, to kind of help start processing. And it feels good to get a coating in my stomach, and hoping that it's going to help with the acid. But like I said, I take a few bites, and I'm pretty much done. And I put it back in the fridge, and I get it again when I'm ready to nibble on some. One of the things I have to be cautious of is making sure I'm getting enough of my fluids. So now that I'm eating some of this like cream-based stuff, like the yogurt and the soup, I'm just excited to have something with substance. So I'm drinking a little bit less. I noticed today I didn't get my liquids in the way that I did yesterday. So I have to try and find the balance to prioritize the liquids a little bit more. I'm supposed to get 60 grams of protein in effective daily each day now, which is just 2 Premier Protein shakes. I managed to get 30 in, plus you can't see. I'll take the label off so you guys can kind of see whereabouts this is at. It's really stuck on there, like it does not want to come off. Okay, here we go. So this is the amount of protein water I've drank, so it does help in providing some protein. So about half a bottle, it looks like, maybe a little bit more. Each bottle contains 15 grams of protein. So if I can finish the bottle before the end of the night, then I will get at least 45 grams of protein in, which it's not the 60, but it's better than the 30. I am getting ready to turn in for the night, and I'll lay back and I'll watch TV for a little bit, and I'll sip on this. I don't believe I'm going to finish it before the end of the night, before I fall asleep. So I will fall short of my goal, but that's something for me to note to fix and adjust for tomorrow. So just know, as you're going into this, every day is going to be a new learning experience in regards to what you can tolerate, what you can't. What didn't go down yesterday may go down tomorrow, so don't sell yourself short, and don't feel like you need to give up. I had some very frustrating days. I had some days already that I was like, I can't do this, and I don't feel good about this. Why did I do this to myself? I miss food. I miss food. I miss eating, and tasting, and like, to be honest with you, my kids had pizza. I just wanted to taste the sauce. And so I dipped my finger just so I could get the flavor of the sauce, and those are kind of some of the cravings and some of the urges and some of the pains you're going to feel in the early stages. Now, I had no real desire to eat it. I just wanted the taste, and that taste was sufficient for me. I didn't feel the desire after that. Still trying to get the family on board. It was great. We went to the store yesterday, and the fiance actually started looking at, he's still a long ways out, but, he was looking at getting his chips, and he looked at 2 different bags, and, kind of looked at the food labels, asked for advice on that, and cross-compared and picked the healthiest of the bad snacks. So I give him credit for that. I want to start getting a little creative with cooking. So if you're not on a Facebook forum, I highly recommend getting involved in a Facebook group because they post a lot of tips and tricks and recipes. And I've seen a lot of great things come across, like chicken crust pizza, made up with like ground chicken, encrusting up and doing the crust there. A lot with cauliflower. So I went out today and I bought a food processor because I didn't have one. And I said, well, by God, I am going to try and make mashed potatoes with cauliflower instead of potatoes, because if I can get my family on board, that is such a healthier choice for them. And, the carbs are just ridiculously low in that. So, silly me, didn't read the recipe first. So I went out, I got the food processor, I got the broccoli, I came home, I chopped it up. I was so excited to put it in the food processor because I'd never used one before. And I ended up with very gritty potatoes. So it kind of tastes like, it's got that feel of grits, like legitimate, like breakfast grits, if you've ever had those before. I mean, it's just super gritty because I did the processing before I cooked the broccoli. So, or not the broccoli, but the cauliflower. So if you're going to try and do that, please make sure that you cook your cauliflower first. So I kind of botched my first attempt. The kids enjoyed it. They're having a hard time with the texture because they're thinking mashed potatoes, light, fluffy, creamy, and they're getting grits, but they enjoyed the flavor of it. So I feel as though there's definitely some modifications that we can do, and we're going to start working on that as a family and seeing, where we can change up as a family, making some healthier choices all around as well, which will help me through my journey, and it'll help get my family on their own journey and being a healthier, better version of themselves too. So excited for a lot of the good positive changes. It's not all sunshine and rainbows and gumdrops, and no, definitely not gumdrops, but it's a challenge. I knew that it wouldn't be easy. And I don't regret my decision still to this day, but there were moments over the weekend where I, tossed and turned in bed and I cried to myself and I said, this isn't how I want to live, but this is the extreme I had to take because of the choices that I made as a person, that led up to this. And so, no, it's not how I want to live. And it is a temporary pain. It is a temporary frustration. And you learn to move through it. And that's the big thing that this has taught me. Every day is a new day. Every day comes with a new set of challenges, but a new set of rewards. So I am currently 25 pounds lost from starting weight. So starting weight was 270 when I went in. Well, it was 272 when I went in for surgery. I went in at 260. Was it 266? I weighed in at my first checkup yesterday, and I weighed in at 240. What was it? I think 248. And as of this morning, my scale said 244. So the weight is dropping. My doctor was extremely impressed. Their next goal for me was going to be 240. It was a 245, no, 240, around 240 is what they wanted me to be at my next appointment, which is next month. They had to change the goal because I was too close to it already. So that makes me feel good. Those are the rewards that I'm taking away from it. And I'm starting to see it. And as I said today, the energy increase is coming in. So we just got to get through some of the physical ailments that come with the healing process. But I'm so happy that I made this choice, and it will be well worth it. And better yet is, like, every day there's something new to look forward to. So the 28th is when I get to move to Pureed Foods, which I'm super stoked about. So I don't know how much video blogging we'll be doing between now and the 28th, but you'll definitely be hearing from me by the 28th. Because that's where I'm going to start being excited about, like, getting my scrambled eggs and my avocado and banana baby food, which is a horrible thing to be excited about, but I'm super excited about it. So until then, keep being true to yourself. Thanks, everyone.